In today's video, we are going to be looking at reflections. So now when you think of a reflection, it's a type of transformation where you're basically mirroring an image across an axis or a line. So, because when you think of reflection, you think of how you see yourself in the mirror. Okay, it doesn't look exactly the same, right? Your right hand is your left hand in the mirror. All right, same goes for when we do reflections of geometric figures. All right, so what we're going to be doing is reflecting these figures over lines. Okay, and basically comparing them. How do they reflect over the line? So we're going to reflect this image, okay, over this line, x minus 3. So we notice this point goes 2 to the right. That means its reflected point, it's going to go 2 to the left from this line. All right, this point goes to the right. This point goes 2 to the left. All right, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And then one more. As far as this go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. And then, yep, and there is my reflected image. So that basically we're just comparing it where it lies in correspondence of the line. All right, we're going to submit this. And I'll give you a nice little, look at that, flipped it right over the line. Okay. All right, next problem. All right, over this line. So here's our line of reflection. This goes right 2. That means this goes left 2. This goes right 3. That means it's going to go left 3. This goes, let's see, start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Let's see if that works. Submit. Yes. And there it is. Beautiful reflection. All right. We'll do one with 4 points. All right. X equals negative 3. All right. So we have this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This one goes left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. There is my reflected image. Nice reflection. Let's see if I have a horizontal one. There we go. Y equals negative 2. So now here's my line of reflection. Okay, looking at these 3 points. This one goes down 2. That means its reflected point goes up 2. This goes down 3. That means this one's going to go up 3. This goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should flip over that horizontal line. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. So that's how you reflect images over an axis or a line of symmetry. All right. Let's look at points. So reflection, so the point U is plotted on the coordinate grid below. Plot the point U prime, and that's usually this little prime symbol represents what after one reflection is done or one sort of transformation is done to a certain point. The reflection of U over the x-axis. So I'm reflecting this over the x-axis. So this one, all right, the x-axis, remember, is the horizontal. So that's my line of reflection. So this goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means it's going to go up 6. Bam. And what is that coordinate? Coordinates of u is, or what the coordinates of u is 3, -6. The coordinates of u prime is 3, +6. So basically, we are just changing the y value. So when a point is reflected over the x-axis, the y coordinate changes the sign. All right, x coordinate stays the same. Submit. Yes. Good. All right, let's look at another one. All right, we got the point T, and we're reflecting it over the x-axis. Let's do a y-axis one. Here we go. S. Okay. This, you're reflecting it over the y-axis. This goes left 2. That means its prime image is going to go right 2. So S, the coordinates of S is -2, +6. The coordinates of S prime is right 2, up 6. So +2, +6. So when you reflect a point over the y-axis, just the x values change. The x coordinates change, the y values stay the same. All right, let's do one more. Okay. Let's do... All right. No, we just did one in the second quadrant. Let's go to the... see if we get one in the third quadrant here. There we go. There's one in the third quadrant. All right. So what's the point M? All right. So first, plot the point M prime, the reflection of M over the y-axis. So you're going over the y-axis. That's your line of reflection. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you go 6 to the right. Or you can just take a look here. Okay, -6 to +6. So M is -6, and it goes down -5. Coordinates of M prime is +6, -5. When you reflect over the y-axis, just the x coordinates change. All right, so that's how we reflect points over the x or y axis. One more type of reflection we're going to look at today. All right. So basically, we're going to be looking at the points, and we're only going to do one reflection. Okay, so in this problem, so the point 2, 1 is located on the coordinate plane. E is reflected over the x-axis to create the point E prime. What order pair describes the location of E prime? So remember, a reflection over the x-axis just changes the y value. So you just have to change the y value in this case. So E prime is going to be 2, -1. Okay. We've got a new one. Okay, the location of Z prime, all right, what it was reflected over the y-axis. We already did one with the y-axis, but basically the y-axis is just you're changing the x value. So this is going to be -2, -3, because you're just reflecting over the y-axis. You change the x value. Submit it. All right, let's do one more. All right, we have this point, and it's reflected over the x-axis. So the x-axis, you change the y value. So instead of 5, -3, it's going to be 5, +3. All right, let's look at one with 2 reflections. So this point E is located at 2, 3 on the coordinate plane. Point E is reflected over the x-axis to create the point E prime. So E prime, you have to first change the x-axis, which means you change the y value. So it would become 2, -3. But that's after one reflection. Careful. Then it's reflected over the y-axis to create the point E double prime. So when you reflect it over the y-axis, you have to also change the x value. So it's -2, -3. Bam. -5, -6 is reflected over the x-axis to create the point z prime. So -5, -6, when you reflect over the x-axis, you change the y value. So it's -5, +6. And then what happens to it? Then point z is z prime. So this is z prime. This is not z double prime. Z prime is then reflected over the y-axis to create the point z double prime. So over the y-axis, you have to change the x value. So they have to change that back. Oh, there goes my mouse. to +5, +6. So what's the ordered pair of z double prime? It's 5, 6. Basically, we just changed both coordinates. So whenever you reflect it over the x-axis, then the y-axis, or the y-axis, then the x-axis, you change actually both values. All right, let me see if there's any more. I don't know if I could do this without a mouse, but I think you guys get the point. I'm going to look at a couple more problems, see if there's anything else out of the ordinary. Nope. All right. So that's it with reflections. So with reflections, just remember you're just creating a mirror image. And so when you reflect over the x-axis, you got to change the y values. If you reflect over the y-axis, you got to change the x values. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. And always remember, whether you're solving for x or y, always give math a try.